Hi there, everybody. So today I am working on carving a resin piece. I am aiming for a wand with a heart up the top. This particular piece has every color of the rainbow, just kind of sporadically thrown in there. Some of the colors mixed and some of them didn't. So stay tuned for a fun little surprise at the end of the video to see what it looks like on the inside. I am starting out with my largest bit. This is the first of 3 bits that I use while I am using my Dremel. I'm using this one to get my basic shape outlined and get the piece as round as I can before I move on to my 2 other bits. My next bit is going to be the pointed tip diamond bit, and I use it for definition around the bottom of the heart and up at the top. This one helps me get into small spaces and to create small spaces. I'm also using it to help shape up my heart a little bit better without worrying about taking too much of it off. The next bit is the round sanding bit. I use this to help refine my shape, give it that nice taper, get it even more round than it was before, refine the shape of my heart, and get everything as smooth as I possibly can before I move on to my sandpaper. So I'm going to continue to swap between these 2 bits until I am as close to my desired shape as possible and have gotten everything as smooth as I possibly can. When using sandpaper, I start with a 320 grit and work my way up to 3000, making sure that with each piece of sandpaper I use, I am completely sanding the entire piece and getting it as even as possible so that when I have finished sanding and move on to buffing, I don't have to go backwards and sand again to take care of any scratches that I might have missed before. I prefer to start out with my Dremel to get my shape and then switch to sandpaper for the smoothing and shining because I feel like it gives me more control over the shape and smoothness of the piece and gives it a cleaner shine at the end. So the longer I take on the sanding process, the more of a perfectionist I am about it, the better result I get in the end. So I make sure to take my time and I make sure to clean the piece often to check for any large scratches that I can take care of before I move on to the next piece of sandpaper. Once I've worked through all of my pieces of sandpaper, I have a buffing block that I use. I will use 2 different sides of it to get as close to my shine as possible, and then I go in with a buffing cream and a like cloth covered thing. You'll see that in just a moment, and that is how I create my nice shiny piece. So thank you for watching. Here you go.